Hello and welcome to a fresh new day here on Skyblock with me, Batty. For this episode, I thought we'd do something a little different. Now, I appreciate we're only about 20 episodes in, but I've been in this Skyblock world for over 1100 days. 1100! That's mad! So I thought we'd do something a little different. I thought I'd take stock of what I've done so far and we'd have a bit of a world tour. I'm going to show you guys around so you can see just how it all fits together and what I've got planned. And I've put shaders on especially so it all looks all cool and sparkly. And so I think we're going to start in the overworld. This here lapis block actually marks out coordinate 0, 0. You can kind of see in the top of my screen. If I stand on top of it, it is 0 and 0. This is, of course, where we spawned in on the very first plains island, and that's where we built our little cobblestone generator that got us started on this Skyblock journey. That island doesn't exist anymore. we got rid of that island and started to build my Laputa castle in the sky inspired Skyblock base. So this is the first tier. I've put a compass in the floor, as you can see, like I said, with our 0, 0 coordinates marked by our lapis lazuli block, and around the outside we've got these towers. And inside some of the towers, not all of them just yet, but inside some of them I do have little farms. And I don't know, you can scroll back through some of the previous episodes to see exactly which farm is in each one, but there are small farms, so I've got some dripstone passively dripping away to provide me with these spikes and some of the stone blocks as well. I've got vines in that one. I think there's some nether wart and a chicken cooker and cactus. So I'm going around bit by bit and filling each of the little towers here with farms just to provide me with some extra blocks and sometimes some extra stuff to trade with our villagers. Speaking of which, the first lot of villagers I commandeered for our iron farm, which if I can get down here, is where my iron farm sits. So the iron farm sits in the middle of the half sphere that makes up the main portion of this island build. And Skippy the zombie doing a good job of scaring our villagers. But this is probably one of the first farms I built, this iron farm. It's doing a stellar job of providing me with an awful lot of iron actually. It's just a tiny little farm and it sits and just passively ticks over. And it's doing really well. I will eventually get round to tidying this place up. I'm going to put another wall, some proper stairs down, and I think this is going to be like a bulk storage, so I'm going to make it look like there's little bays of stone and cobblestone and that kind of thing. So this is quite a big project in itself to do to get this looking good at least. So that's this one. At this level of the sphere, so I have made these little kind of doorways and platforms. These are just temporary, just so that they put me down at a lower Y level, so any building I want to start lower down in the world, I've got a platform that I can kind of build off of, which was really helpful for doing things like the bridge over there and Dad's Memorial Island and things like that. That's what's in the middle of my sphere, my half sphere at the moment. I do need to put a ceiling on because I'm not quite sure I only want one block. If I end up with a creeper accidentally up there, he could come straight through the floor and that would make me very sad. So now we have just random chickens wandering around. Okay. So yeah, that's predominantly the main island. You saw not too long ago, possibly even in the last episode, I made up my sheep farm here, so I've got all the different colours of sheep. I've got a temporary holding pen for my animals. They will obviously move. They'll build them a lovely home at some point soon. I've got a temporary space where I am currently growing my trees and attempting to get some some beehives so I can start thinking about honey farms and things like that. So I've got my trees growing here. That is our netherwort farm to get me some netherrack. There's all sorts of little temporary bits. I've put grey wool about the place just to mark out kind of corridors, and then this will eventually be a wall. So that I do have lots of plans and aspirations for this place, but this is the main island. Those are the farms that are here at the moment. I think next we will probably go down to the little, what I call the little tray. I don't know why it's a tray, but it's another little platform underneath us, which I've put down here. So we'll take this chute down and end up on the bottom platform where Maiden and Wrong hang out, murdering slimes, keeping me safe, thanks very much. And this is the tray. There's our island up there. I will put some lighting up there around the top of the sphere where it joins onto the main platform. You can see there are a few little spots of light where you can see the lattice work I spent ages putting in. And this is our little tray. This is almost like a little mini industrial district. Could you get out of the way, please? Who needs a slime farm, really? I started off with I found myself some slime chunks, but I just don't need them. I've got more slime there than I'll probably ever use. I think one of the other first builds I did was a mob farm, which is up here. That was pretty cool, and that just passively ticks along as well. It's either in range or not. I don't want to switch it off because I do actually use quite a lot of the bones to make bone meal that powers a lot of the other farms, especially those up there. But as you can see, all of our mobs are still spawning. Thank you. Yep, there we go. Creepers as well. And our item elevator takes them up and across. So I've got more gunpowder than you can shoot a stick at, really, and the arrows are just absolutely mad. In fact, this little item sorter here quite often gets clogged or just builds up. So I've got even more storage over here. Look at all of these arrows and all the rotten flesh. It's absolutely bonkers. All of this is gunpowder. So there's a lot of it over here. You're just going to go through the portal in a minute, aren't you? And murder me when I do the nether side of this tour. Okay. I've got two little farms here, villager powered farms for carrots and potatoes, and those are all starting to back up as well. These are for trading with the villagers in the Tiger Moth. Similarly, looks like the sugarcane has just fired up actually. This is doing really well, just passively ticking along. Sugarcane in there. I don't quite know why I need cocoa beans, but this is kind of a passive cocoa bean farm. I don't really use it that much. It's like brown dyes, isn't it? And the jobs board, which you're all familiar with. I do need to update it with a few more things that we're going to work on next. But I mean, like I said, island expansion is always on there, really. And a mega storage system, that would be really useful, wouldn't it, Maiden? Because this is getting a bit chock-a-block. Pumpkin and melon farm is down here, constantly watched over by Ron, who loves watching the pistons and likes to tinker with the redstone to make it more efficient every now and again, don't you, mate? Yeah, see? Yeah, he loves it. I've got a little pen over here which holds 3 of our lovely villagers and their pet chickens, just as like backup breeding stock, really. You didn't hear that, okay? Don't tell them, chickens. But that is our backup villager breeding station in case I need any more villagers, which I will do when the island gets finished. I'm planning on building some houses on the very top level, and I'm going to get villagers up there and a really lovely big trading centre set up. I am currently standing on a temporary tree farm. It just enabled me to get loads of oak wood for the floor that I was laying up there, which was quite epic because that's quite a big space. So this is just a temporary farm, and I think this might just stay as I'll build a temporary farm if and when I need it. So this is, yeah, this is like a little industrial tray, I suppose, at the bottom of the world, a little platform. I do have some ideas on how to pretty it up a bit, just to bring it in line with the Skyblock theme of things floating in the air and that kind of thing. This really ugly staircase is the way I get up to the villager trading hall that I've got set up at the moment in our Tiger Moth. So this is our Tiger Moth trading centre. There is a way to get through here. I kind of have to crouch, and then it's almost like a little secret cubby, a secret hiding place, which is kind of cool. I might hide some treasure or something in there, but yeah, you've got to kind of sneak because it's pretty low head clearance through there. I'm going to get stuck on a trapdoor trying to get up into here. Here we go. Here's all of our villagers. I've had to put a trapdoor up because our zombie gets a bit enthusiastic when it comes to our poor mason. But I've unlocked a lot of the trades already. I've got quartz pillars available from this guy. It's just, yeah. We've got our main villagers here, trading with 2 farmers at the moment, which isn't too bad. I'm getting quite a stock of golden carrots, which is good. And I've still got more melons and pumpkins that you can shake a stick at as well. And if we go up the ladder, we've got our librarians. So I've got all of the books that I say that I need, all of the books that you kind of need in early game. Efficiency, mending, I think I've got an unbreaking guy down here as well, unbreaking and silk touch. And I've also got an employee of the month because this guy here is a diamond. He sells me bookshelves for 1 emerald, which if you know, you know. I can then chop up my bookcases, get books to sell back to you guys for 1 emerald a piece. So I actually make money off this guy, which is why he's employee of the month and will probably always be employee of the month, let's be fair. But I've managing to make a few emeralds off of here, and it's smartened up a bit. I don't think it's a bad place to live, is it, boys? No. I've got a ladder that goes up to the top of the Tiger Moth if I ever need to get up there for anything. It's a cosy little space for all of my villagers and our small, rather small at the moment, trading hub, but I don't think I could have really gotten very far without them, if I'm honest. So yeah, let's go all the way back down. I'm not wearing any armour. If I'm wearing armour and feeling brave, I do tend to jump over there just to save myself a bit of time, but I'm not doing that today because I haven't got any armour on. Let me think, what else do we need to show you in the overworld? You do get quite a good view, if I can get up here. You get quite a good view from the bridge of the bridge that I built down here. Unfortunately, it doesn't actually lead to anywhere at the moment. I need to crack on and start building that island, which I will do. That's one of the rope bridges, the one that's actually been built. I do intend to build them going off of the other cardinal directions as well, because I think they just look really cool and they add a bit of character to the place. So let's head back up now, and we can have a closer look at the bridge and some of the other bits that I've built around here. I put a bit of replay mod on just so that it gives us a bit of perspective. And it also gives some better shots of the bridge and some of the builds that I'm talking about. So this is, I think this is quite cute. A little bit of grass growing in amongst it all. It's been here for a while. It's well worn, well trodden. I've got lighting hidden around the place just to keep the mobs at bay as well. And eventually this will be a proper island. It will be a proper place that we can come, and I don't know what we'll do. Maybe I'll build a slime farm out here. I'll put some other farms out here. I'm not entirely sure what, but this is the swamp island. A couple of lily pads. If you spawn in on the main island and you somehow manage to delete your water source, you can come out here and get some more. So this is our bridge. I had great fun designing this and then building it as well, and I think it looks really cool, especially as you kind of come down and you get this perspective with all the little hanging lanterns as well. I think they do bring a lot of atmosphere into the game. And we can see our tiger moth from up here as well. That's pretty cool. And our platform, we were just over there. It looks so far away. So let's carry on up the bridge and see where we're going to head to next. Let's head out to the squid farm. That's quite recent. I think I need to go via the iron farm for that one. So let me just scooch on over to the squid farm, which direction is the squid farm? Not that one. Is out this way? Let's go. Is it nighttime or is it the... Oh, the sun's rising. Oh, it looks so pretty. I do love this shaders pack. I need to get rid of this walkway as well as that. Yeah, it's not looking the prettiest, is it? Let's be honest. It's not really. Oh, I can hear things dying. It's not nice. I can hear axolotls dying. Right, let me eat some chicken. We've just come up through the very bottom of the squid farm. There goes a glow squid. Poor thing. It's doing really well, and as I showed in a previous episode, I've got, just by building this, I've got more squid ink than I could ever possibly need. So I don't quite know if I'm ever gonna want to come over and AFK over here. I don't know why I would need that much black dye or squid ink. The glow squid ink would be useful. That could be quite good. Don't look at the inside of this. This is yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do anything in here. This is behind the scenes. And we come up into my little AFK spot, which is super cute. A few building materials, a bed to sleep in, a book to read, happy days. A perfect little escape room. And this is our squid island. So, yeah, with the squid farm in below. I had great fun trying to design this, trying to put up the squid farm and drawing silly tentacles and things like that. It's just like a little bit of fun, really. So I thought that it came out really well. But it does look a bit flat, so I'm not quite sure what I'll do. I might come and put some detailing around the edge just to give it a bit of depth. But yeah, this is a squid farm. So we come out of the main island. I will, like I said, make a rope bridge, and there'll be a jungle island and maybe a rope bridge from the jungle island out to here. So there we are, there's a squid farm on its own little island. It looks really cool. I'm really proud of this build. I love how it turned out. And I'm hoping that over the course of this Skyblock adventure that I will put more of these types of islands out in the void, out into the world. There'll be kind of a little island and big islands with bigger farms and things like that. Anywho, back we go. Let's head back over to the main island. This is all that's over this part. It is weird. The lighting in here is really weird. I'm in underneath, so it's pitch black shadow, so it just turns the entire world dark, which is kind of scary. God, it really does take ages to get anywhere, doesn't it? Okie dokie. Right, where are we going? Let's head up this way. Phew! The last part of the overworld that I wanted to show you guys is probably one of the most recent additions, which is the Powdered Snow Farm. And of course my dad's Memorial Island, a little island I built just to kind of keep him close. He sadly passed away earlier this year. So here's the little island I built in memory of my dad, with its bandstand and its really big spruce tree. I think that turned out really well. This is like the second custom tree I've ever built. I built the first one on a private server with some friends, and that turned out alright. That was quite good. And then this one was really cool. I used a variety of different leaves just to get different textures and different colours and shading and all that kind of thing. So I'm really proud of it. And it's a really sweet little island. It doesn't really have a function. It's just a really cute little build that I just wanted to do. That's that little island, and we carry on along this way. We get to this spruce Skyblock island, the original spruce island, which I haven't really done very much with. And up here is the Powdered Snow Farm, which I think you guys have seen in the last episode. And if I turn around, you do get quite a good view of the island and the tiger moth and Dad's island. Bonk. So yeah, we're doing all right. It's been snowing. I keep half an eye on this. I keep a record of like how many cauldrons are filled with snow or have snow in them, just because I'm not entirely sure. If I'm working over there on the island, I'm not sure if this is loaded in and if it starts raining, if this starts to fill up. So I just keep a record of like how many cauldrons have got snow in them, and then I can come back and check. But this is, yeah, this is another little passive farm that just ticks along in the background. I've got a little roof there, so if I do want to come in AFK, I can, and I won't get munched by phantoms. So that's happy days. The dragon has always been like the end point of the actual like game, and part of me oh, we're going that way. Part of me feels that actually if I go and fight the dragon, then that's the end, because it's kind of the end, but also it's the end. Get myself all like tongue-tied, but I don't know. I'm sure there will be a point at some point soon where I'm just going to get totally fed up and I'm just going to be like, oh, I'm just going to go and have a date with the dragon and teach her what for, and go and get myself a elytra and shulker boxes and all that kind of stuff, because yeah, see, Maiden's like, yeah, do it. What do you reckon, Ron? Should I do it? No? Alright, fine. So I got 1 for and 1 against, so maybe at some point I will go and fight the dragon, but not just yet. Of course. And I don't have a... Oh, I do. I want shotgun guns in the next episode, don't I? So here's my slime farm. I mean, Nether hub. I think I have built this little torch here. Yep, this is our 0, 0 coordinate for the Nether. So this is going to be my Nether hub. Hub? No. The actual like starting point, the core of the Nether hub, with the portal, which is the original portal. I did start off quite early on with a portal that was kind of floating above it all, but this was the original one that is in the game, so I just kept it. I've kept the gold blocks. I've only spawn proofed it by putting some cobblestone on, but I really like the idea that I could keep the original portal. I think it's quite sweet. I have built myself a basalt generator, not the most efficient, I know that, again, without going and fighting the dragon and doing all of that. I don't know that I really want to go fighting the wither. I've got the skulls to fight the wither, but I don't want to fight the wither to get a wither star to get a beacon in Skyblock, because this is a lot of hard work to put all of this together, and if the wither gets loose and kills everything and blows everything up, then I won't be very happy. So I'd want to kill the wither in the end, and I don't want to go to the end just yet. And now I'm waffling, so shut up and get on with it, Batty, hey. This is a little basalt generator. You've seen me use this before. It's not very big. It does the 2 blocks at a time. There's lava in behind these obsidian blocks. I've had to replace them because the lava gets out and sets fire to your fences. I've got a little furnace system here, which I've been using to convert any basalt that I get into smooth basalt. There we go. Over here are my 2 little helpers, Henry and little dude. Wherever you, oh, there they are. They're sitting here having a confab. I love that they get on so well. They're very sweet. I've got my vending machine, my trading piglins here. Uncle Bonzo, Tobamori, and Orinoco. Yeah, Orinoco's in there as well. Another furnace array, because why not? This one is predominantly for smelting all of the gold swords that I get off of these guys when I sit here and smash up some of these piglins. So this is what I call my ham sandwich. This was quite an early build as well. There's a lot of piglins in there. So that's, yeah, that's my gold farm at the moment. I am looking to upgrade that soon. Very soon, Henry, very soon. Where did you get that sword from? Have you always had that? And you've got good boots. And then out this way. What's that? There we go. There's another island I've not touched. I don't normally get to see that. I think the shaders pack has given me a bit more visibility. I'll make my way now over to the actual fortress, the original fortress that I have converted. I know that the end portal is on top. We'll get there eventually. Oh, that's typical, isn't it? I've got no mobs in here, but the mobs spawn on here. So this is my nether mob farm for the moment. I've got plenty of wither skeleton skulls, so I could go fight the weather 4 times and get 4 nether stars and 4 beacons, and I've got really big aspirations of building a proper nether mob farm, and I think, is it Nembombs? Nether Fortress mob farm thing, where they use flying machines to kind of push all of the nether mobs together and send them down chutes, and you just puts them all into one killing chamber, and you literally just sit there and swipe, and it is so efficient that you end up with more drops and more loot than you can ever imagine. So I kind of want to do that, but the redstone behind it intimidates me a lot, so it might be one of the things we do very later on. You got to stay there, Henry. You can't come with. You stay there. You're not coming. These islands, I think, what's that this way? Oh, I normally label them. I haven't. One of those, I think that might be the warped island, because I think the Crimson Island is this way, or is it the other way round? Crimson Forest is that way, the warped forest is that way. And I think you guys might already know what's down this way. I can't make up my mind what this looks like. It looks a bit like an apple core. One of my lovely subscribers suggested it looked a bit like a tornado, which maybe reminds me of a blender, but it will look completely different. I know exactly what design I'm putting on here, and it will look very different. Look at the glowing eyes. Oh, you guys are spooky. And this is the magma cube farm that we built last episode. I'm doing alright, but I got fed up. I try and limit it to like half an hour. Half an hour of bashing every day, so I'm going to sit and do that in a minute. It's a grind to get this much. I've done alright. What were you, 6 chests in? I've only got 2 more double chests to do. And I think that's pretty much where I'm going to end my tour. I know it doesn't seem like very much, and I do apologise for not putting episodes out more frequently, but I am a one-man band, and I have had a lot of unfortunate circumstances to deal with over the last 12 to 18 months, which has really hampered my recording efforts. This is something that I am still very passionate about, and I am desperately trying to get out at least one video every month, and I really appreciate you guys sticking around and watching and helping the channel grow, so I'm really appreciative of that. Thank you guys so much. I have so many ideas, so many plans that I want to cram into this Skyblock world. I am really excited to continue working on it, to build all of the farms so that I do have all of the resources to build all the amazing things. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to, and I will see you all next time. Until then, take care friends. Bye!